Welcome, everybody. Jose J. Garcia with Garcia Home University here. Sunday coaching series continues. So we have a very important topic tonight. But first of all, happy July 4th, holiday weekend. Like I said, thank you all for joining me on here. Quite a lot more people than expected, but I'm glad all of you are. Shows commitment. Great stuff there. So hard money, private money lenders. I've used them. They are a good source of funding. All right, still letting a few people in here. So if you hear me pause, just bear with me. Like I said, Facebook is live, Instagram, you're live. Also, same for y'all. If you have a comment, question, just drop it on the comments below. And I will be sure to get all the above answered before the call is over. So July 4th, let me jump right into it here. We're gonna make this call a little bit shorter, maybe 30 minutes, get right to it. So, all right, private and hard money lender. Here's the first thing that you need to know. Whether you do real estate, mobile home investing, or really any product for that matter, you will run out of money. That's going to happen. Some of you may be thinking, well, that's not the case. It's supposed to make me more money, etc. Yes, it is supposed to make you more money, and it will. But as you're getting started, especially if you are holding on to the properties, remember, how much funds do you have in pocket? Now, we did a video about 2 weeks ago. Was it 2 weekends ago? Where it was credit cards. So we showed you how to use credit cards in the same sense to invest in mobile homes, which overall you can use them for everything. We even showed you how to link the PayPal to them so that you could use them accordingly. So that's one source there. But then there's a private, then there's a hard money lending also that can be used and should be used and will need to be used. Because again, as long as you are holding on to these properties, whether you turn them into rentals, rent to owns, you will have money out in the field that will take X amount of time to get back to you. Now, the question is always, how long can you go without the money? Somebody interesting is on the call. I might be able to bring them on. So, okay. All right. So how much money do you have in pocket exactly? How much money can you invest and how long can you go without it? Let's make an example of one of our properties, one of our investments that we do. Let's say 5,000, easy numbers. That's my number. 5,000 all in. Okay. I know that I can buy this property. I can put the labor, the material, the holding, the insurance, all the above, $5,000. I have $5,000 to invest. Okay. So I'll go out, fork it all. Now I'm going to turn it into a rental, or let's say rent to own right this time. Let's do a rent to own. Okay. I'm going to take a 2,000 down payment. I'm using easy numbers, 2,000 down payment on this. Okay. That means that $3,000 of this money is still out in the field. How long will it take me to get that additional 3,000 before it becomes a passive? Okay. 6 months, 8 months, a year. Can you go that amount of time without your money? Some of you may need to start with hard money or private money lenders, maybe credit cards as well, like we taught you. So I don't know where you're starting out with, but you're going to need funds because then there's another deal. Then there's another deal. Or you're just going to pass them up. You can do wholesale, which we teach you how to do as well. But again, you have to have funds available. The last thing you want to be doing is passing up a deal because I didn't have the funds for it. That's not a good excuse. And as an investor, you're supposed to have a network, a team of people that obviously back you up in all the above. Some of these people showing up late. Okay, you have one deal, you flip it, you have the money. What do you do with that same funds? You reinvest it. There is a very successful person we listen to that says, basically stay broke as long as you keep investing. Because as long as you keep investing, you're going to keep on multiplying your portfolio and you're going to continue to have your passive income properties that you're building. And that's what you should do. Every money that comes in, don't go buy a Ferrari, Lamborghini, Beamer, none of that crap just yet. Go get another investment and another one. This is how you start multiplying. You start with one, now you go after two, then after three. Meeting a couple of people here again. If you're coming onto the call, make sure you mute yourself. If you have a question, comment, just drop the comment below or unmute yourself then. All right, so where do you find lenders? I want to find a hard money lender or a private money lender. I need the money. I could use the money, maybe much like a bank loan that I have protected there. Maybe I want to have a hard money lender ready just in case the investment does pop up, right? Part of your team, part of your network. Okay, a few areas that you can easily find, especially when you think of mobile home investors, which is side by side with real estate. Local RIAs. Local RIAs are opening up everywhere at this one from what I'm seeing. I mean, these meets are starting to come live. You know, a lot of people are still doing Zoom like us. This call will continue, by the way. But local RIAs are a great place to network. If nothing more, go out and pass some cards out. Let people know what you do, what kind of investment you provide. And we're going to talk about how it is that you approach an actual lender, because that's something that early on I struggled quite a bit. It took me, I passed up a few deals, I'll say that, because I did not want to initiate a conversation with a hard money lender. That was something I had to learn. Okay. You learn from my mistake on that. Zoom meetups are still very much active. I just recently joined the meetup. So I see a lot of investment groups on there, a lot of them that I try to attend if I can make it on their course. And again, it's all about just popping in and just for a quick minute, kind of if you can't present clubhouses, I know it's huge on that. So anywhere you can let people know what it is that you do, what it is that you know. Okay. If you need a hard money lender and you have a good deal, people are going to jump on that, period. If it's a good deal, you will have lenders. A lot of you may think there's no hard money lenders at this time, no private lenders. They're everywhere. There is so much money, so many people that want to do deals, and a lot of them don't want to get sweat equity. They don't want to get dirty. They don't even really care. Just keep me up to date on this. As long as everything's up to par, the returns on the investments check out. Just let me know how much you need. That is a relationship you will build over time. It won't happen right away. As with anything, the first deal is always the hardest, and then from there, triggers on, right? Because you start building credibility. And when you do have one hard money, one private lender that lends in you, odds are they're going to want to do it again and again and again. When I finally got over that bump of wanting to go ask them, because that's the wrong term, is asking them for money. They didn't want their money back. It had gone from a deal to another deal to another deal. And what I was doing was at that point, they wanted me to just say, well, just give me the profits up and let's go ahead and sign another agreement and another agreement. And that's what you want at one period where you have so many lenders that they just want you to keep the money and keep investing it. Do you need to keep lenders over and over? Yes and no. I would say have them as a backup. You needed them at one point, so you want to obviously have that gratitude as well. And a lot of them want to stick with you for long term. I turned a few of those hard money lenders into where they wanted more like a passive at one point. They didn't really care for the quick flip, give me the money, we're done. They started stressing more about, okay, let's do kind of passive. But again, it took a relationship that I had to build to keep it kind of going in a sense. Additional places on there, post on Facebook. If you follow a lot of real estate pages, and you should, Facebook Marketplace is growing, it's steady. I mean, it's massive and it's free. It is free. So you have no excuse to come on there and just blast for hard money, private money lenders. The way you're going to get these hard money and private lenders are going to be by, again, the lingo one, but how you present a deal. I'm going to share my screen here in a few minutes, and I want to break down the deal for you and show you specifically what it is that you should present. A lot of you are caught up on this whole, I need money for this, I need money for that, I'm gonna this. And if you listen to yourself, you're saying I. They don't care for that. What about for them? What are we going to get out of this? So always make it about them a little bit more than it is about yourself. It's a win-win situation at the end of the day. All additional places on their course. I am going to have a couple hard money lenders that are going to start coming on to the Let's Do Deals on Tuesday calls. So for those of you trying to get a deal and trying to join those calls, I would highly suggest come on and listen in there. They may not speak unless y'all present a deal and may be interested in coming on. So, just a little heads up on that. Private and hard money. So who can lend money to you? Anybody who has money, who has the funding. That can be a family member. A lot of people start out that way anyway, maybe an uncle, an aunt, a grandma, somebody. If they have the money and they trust in your investment, trust in you, they can be the ones to invest with you. Real estate investors, of course, other real estate investors, maybe somebody who's doing something a little more bigger than you, have been in the game longer, have the funds there, and aside by what they're investing in already, they want to have some of their money working for them. Okay. Doctors, attorneys, again, anybody who has funding can invest with you, can lend you as a hard or private money lender. Now, of course, there's the whole thing about doing business with family. I'll let you decide on that. But I'll say this. If you're going to put anybody's money to work, why not start with your family? Because when you see the returns on the investments I'm going to show you, who would you rather share this with? Somebody out in the street somewhere, nothing against them, that's what they do. Or start with family who has money still hidden in rice bags, bean bags under the pillow. I don't know, but it isn't doing anything there, right? There is no returns on the investment hidden. So I would say put it on paper, and if everything checks out, go after it. Again, I'll let you decide on that. So So what do you say to a lender when you do get somebody on the phone, email, message, somebody, they reach out to you. They saw one of your posts and they're interested. That's usually what catches people's attention is I was interested in your deal you had, that kind of thing. So, and again, if you're talking at local RIA, sooner or later, people know he or she's looking for money. They have these kind of deals. All it takes is one good deal, one good return on the investments. They may not even share because they want to keep you as their person to lend to. So that may happen, but all that is good and all. You're going to grow sooner or later. And as long as you keep multiplying these deals, there's plenty to go around. I've had multiple lenders at one time where we had investments back to back to back, crews, contractors. I mean, it was full on at that point. I struggled when I first thought about this because I thought that I was, in a sense, begging for money. Well, who's going to lend me for money for a box, for a mobile home? That was my question. Who's going to want to lend me on this beat up rundown? If a bank doesn't want to lend money on it, I tried. If a credit union doesn't want to lend on me on a mobile home like this, I tried. Why would they? But that was the wrong way of thinking. I was thinking like I was asking something from them. If I can just get them to lend me the money, I'll be fine. I'll do one deal, then I can present. Okay, when you're an investor, a mobile home investor, and again, I'm going to share numbers with you here in a second, you are giving anybody an opportunity. So look at it that way. It's not a loan anymore. You are giving somebody an opportunity. There's many people out there with money that are sitting it, and they're just waiting for the next good, great investment that they can invest in, and you just happen to have it. So instead of approaching them with, will you lend me money? Will you invest in me? How about I have a great investment with great returns on the investment, low risk, low reward, high rewards. I want to invest with you if you're willing to put X amount of money. I'm going to break these numbers for you because I really want you to look at them. But it's always, again, you are giving them an opportunity. This is two-way. Okay, it is not they have the upper hand. Now, numbers wise, in a sense, that I will leave it up to y'all. It depends on the deal. It depends on the percentage. It depends on a lot of things. I mean, hard money, private money, they all lend a little bit differently in a sense. Private is more so like a family member, by the way. When you think of hard money, they have even companies out there now that kind of do the same thing. They're just massive, if you will. I have not used something like that. Everybody that I've lent to was either already an investor, they were a lender already doing kind of the same things for more real estate than mobile homes. But it was the opportunity that I was willing to give them. They took it, they ran with it. We made good money together. Let me show y'all this if I can. Tell me when you see a lot of you that follow the Let's Do Deals pages and even other coaches, you've seen this plenty, I'm sure. I try to put a whole new one together for y'all, and I do have coming, which is the next tab under it. For those of you wondering what this Excel spreadsheet is, this is the actual spreadsheet we use on Let's Do Deals. Every deal gets posted on a tab in the bottom. I'm sure there's a more professional way. This works. That's all I know. It works. So, okay, when you think about a hard money and private money lender, okay, stop trying to talk about the product or the service, I guess, in the sense that that's what it was that it is. Forget about mobile homes for a second. Think about the numbers. The numbers are what they are interested in. Okay, think about a quick pitch. If you're going to toss this at them, is what is it that's going to intrigue them? 2 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes go by, and you're still talking about floors and ceilings and walls, and these people don't know anything about a mobile home or even care about it. So everything you're talking about at one point, they've checked out. They probably very early on into the conversation. I think the statistics show 30, 60 seconds, something like that. So after the fact, they're just sitting there hearing you yapping. No reason, right? Because you said nothing that's actually intriguing to them or something that they're actually interested in. You have to stick to the numbers. Stick to the numbers first. My product is a mobile home, mobile homes, mobile home parks. Here are the numbers. This is what I need from you. This is the returns. This is the risk. This is the security, et cetera, et cetera. And you go down the line, and I do have all these. I would always ask a hard money lender, first of all, is what are they willing to invest in a sense? I want to kind of fill them out because remember, you're building relationships everywhere you're going, and this is just one more. Okay, so I want to fill them out and how they really feel about investing on a product anyway. Numbers are going to change that periodically over a period of time. Okay, I've had some hard money lenders that by no means was this ever happening. They came back around and they were more than ready. Why? Because they saw the returns on the investments. It was steady. other lenders that knew them. Of course, this word spreads out and everybody's interested in a good return on your investment. Be professional when you talk to a lender, always. The more prepared you are, the better results you're going to have. That's a given. That's in anything, right? So if you show up with no notepad, no anything, you're just basically chopping it out there. It may work. I don't know. But, I would always have a deal, something like what you're seeing even so. And this, by no means, is top-notch professional, like I said. But it has all the numbers right here because I want them to be able to see them. I want to see them breakdown. I want to show them. Have a deal. Some of you do not have any deals just yet. This may be your first one. That's plenty fine. Again, just present the deal and what is it that you need. Always let them know, I need this amount of money. Why do you need that amount of money? Break it down for the reasons, okay? How long do you need the money for? You got to give them a date. There's no, we're going to start on it and it may this and possibly that and guess this, and that's not happening. In 6 weeks, in 8 weeks, in 10 weeks, better not take that long, you will get X amount of returns on the investment. This is what it looks like. These are the potentials, but we're going to shoot for this amount. Okay, that's what you're doing. Security, always a huge plus. Why should they, you just met them. They heard about you. They saw you at the little local Rio there. Everything is interesting, but you're asking for 5,000, not a whole lot of money in a sense, but 5,000, I'm just supposed to give it to you. You run off, you come back and you return my investments, right? Okay. Title is a huge thing, which we can make a whole another call on that here. On security and what you need to do in a sense. I mean, there's LLCs you can set together. Overall, keep in mind, mobile homes are not real estate. We don't have deeds here. If it's a double wide, you have 2 titles. If it's a single wide, you have a title. All right, I see some comments. I hope I'm not muted or something. Okay, good. We'll get to those. Absolutely. Where was I at? That's what happens. I'll tell you, I had a long week. I actually went down to Florida, family time, and it was hot. It was good though. I needed that break. So now I'm back and trying to jump in here and running a little slow, it seems like. And there's my coffee. I haven't even drank my coffee. So security is huge always. When it comes to a mobile home, I always want to secure them that, look, this is what you have. We can put this in an LLC. Maybe you get your own, myself. And again, this is something more for, I'm not an attorney. I cannot give you legal advice. Everything I teach you on here is for educational purposes only, but security is huge for any and everybody, okay? Titles need to be in both of y'all's names, all 3 of y'all's names. It depends on how many people so that it shows ownership. There's different ways to structure that. I can definitely break this down a lot more on specifics. Let's get into what I would present to them, okay? Again, some of you have already seen this because we present this plenty. This is a mobile home that we got. And of course, I would have one to present in a sense if I was reaching out to hard money lender. These are the pictures that we had, not horrible in a sense, more so cleanup and everything, but we did do more of a little bit of rehab than we wanted to. Just, the funds were there, and I mean it checked out over and over. So these are the post pictures of what it looks like after it was done. Same living room you can see there. We actually changed this whole vinyl. The vinyl wasn't bad. It had a few tears like you can see here and there. For the money that we had in it, again, allocating everything. When you get into any property, you immediately start thinking, okay, what is this going to cost? Because you should have all the numbers broke down, but you have the oh my gosh moments. We didn't have an oh my gosh moment here. So we had X amount of money still sitting. We were able to take it just a little bit further. Okay. So total of investments. This is what we were into entire property. $2,879.99. That included the mobile home, the labor, the material, the holding. What is the holding? What is the holding in a mobile home? All right, holding in a mobile home is the lot rent. Every mobile home park, every community park, that's how they make their money, is you have a mobile home on their pad and you pay X amount every month. 300, 400, 500, whatever it may be, that's what they charge every month. So that's holding. We held this for about a month, so we had to pay that 1 month, 325, I believe, which included water. So that was one less expense in utility that we had to have. Okay, insurance, everything. We were all in for under $3,000. Okay, this is what a hard money private money lender wants to see. Numbers. What did you have in it? Or a sense, if you're asking them, this is what I need and this is what it's going to bring me. Okay, we resold the same mobile home for $20,000 053 and 33 cents. Where did we come up with that number? Well, there was interest there because we did a rent to own. We took a down payment of $3,000, which covers all of our money and a couple $100. That's good stuff, right? The down payment alone covered all of our money that we're out of pocket. This is what I was referring to in the beginning when I say, how long can you go without the money? Well, this took less than a month, so I had all my money back. I was okay, right? I was able to invest it again elsewhere. But we had the money, and from there, the payments that come after that, they equal this here, which is about 3.5 years, I believe. Well, 47 months, 47 months, 20 passive income. And that's what you want, passive income. Now, this same money that I obviously had, 3,000 for this investment, I can go put it in another property. Plus I have passive income coming. This will, in a sense, equal for another one. You get a deal, then you get 2 deals, 3 deals, and you're multiplying. Your portfolio is growing. Your passive is steady coming, and that's what you want. Okay. ROIs, it equals to, keep blocking the picture, 596.3%, annual ROI 152.25%. These are not real estate numbers. Okay, nothing against real estate, by the way. Some of you may be into real estate hard in here. I don't want you to think I dislike real estate. I love any good investment like any investor would, right? But these are good numbers, and this is what I'm talking about. When you think about the number here, 2,000, 3,000, let's make easy numbers, 3,000 all in. How much risk do you have in this? If it all went downhill, everything didn't work for whatever reason, I'm out $3,000. That is not as hard as a hit as if I were to go after an $80,000 stick bill. Okay, it hurts just a little bit more, or a lot more in a sense, than it is 3,000. And when you see that in under a month, we had the money back, and then it became a passive. There's the low risk, high reward, because these numbers here check out every time. Now, there is no deal the same. There is no investment the same. So don't think that every deal is going to bring you 596.3%. Some of them may bring you 700%. Some may bring you 300%. But would you be against 300% return on your investments? Do you think a hard money or a private money lender would be against 300%? That's not enough percent. I need 596.3. It's not going to happen because the numbers are there. And this is what you start showing them. I would start with this section here, and then I would move over. By the way, and this is what it looked like. Dirty, ugly, smelly. It was sitting, tenant evicted, blah, blah, etc. This is how beautiful we made it. Move-in ready. Good to go, right? They're interested. Lock up one deal. You lock up one deal. You do everything you say you're going to do. You stand by it. You create the security, and you make sure that the numbers check out. They get their money back. I assure you, like me, don't give me the money, Jay. Just keep investing it, and let's do another deal, and keep going. So that's kind of what we're doing here. Let me Instagram. I'm gonna have to end you at this time. Good evening. There's a reason why I've got to get my phone. I have somebody on this call, and I don't want to call them out. If they want to join me on here, I'd be happy for them to talk. One second with me. All right. Any questions, I will start answering them real quick here. I got a couple more things to announce to y'all. I'm trying to move a little quick. Like I said, I'm being mindful of everybody's time. It is July 4th, so all right. So let's bear on that there. Let me go ahead and start answering a couple questions here. So what is the difference between a money lender and a private money lender? Hard money lender. So same thing. The private money lender is more so like a relative. Can be a relative, a friend, somebody they kind of privately lend you the money. A hard money lender could be somebody more you do business directly with. They actually have businesses, like I mentioned. I can't think of the name of that one that used to reach out to me quite a bit. I have it on my computer somewhere. But it is okay. But it is a lending. It's hard money lending, and that's what they do. The difference between also is that when you have a hard money lender like Institute itself, if that's the proper name for it, is they'll have a whole set above. All right, we have 1 points, 2 points we have to have, which is usually a percentage of, or a K, 1,000, whatever it may be, that you have to come up first. And a lot of specifics I don't care to deal with. I'd much rather deal with a private money lender in a sense if I can, which a private money lender can be another investor. It can be anybody in that sense. People with retirement accounts. Awesome. Yes. Wiley, calling you out on that one. Good stuff. Absolutely. People with IRAs, huge. Okay. How do you get these people? I'm going to go ahead and toss y'all this. I usually keep this to myself. LinkedIn. Go to LinkedIn. That's all I'm going to say to that. Typically, how much would you need to put down towards the loan? Well, the way I do them, I do not put any, just because the way I structured. Again, no investment is the same, so I'm not going to come up with X amount of money. We set it together. I provide the sweat equity, which is 50-50 partnership. And then after we sell it, we flip it, or we rent it, then the profits start coming in. So that's the way I structure mine. I don't like to come out of pocket. I mean, if I don't have to, I don't. Neither should you. Uh, okay, that one's private. I will answer it. It's about the mobile home park. Send me an email on that, please. I found hard money lenders require minimum of 100K loan. How do you work around that? I would say avoid the hard money lender that requires 100K. I've never borrowed 100K or even over 20K for that matter. So, in that sense, if they're requiring that amount, I think you're dealing more with a very strict real estate hard money. Maybe. I don't want to talk bad on them, but okay. All right. Could you recommend preferred lenders? Yes, I can. Manisha, send me an email at j@garciamhu.com. I will post it on here publicly for everyone. I have a few. I do. Like I said, I haven't used, it's been a while since I've used hard money in any sense, but I have a partner that I'm about to bring on here for a second and just kind of get her to talk on this. Are there any money lenders you could recommend? Yes. Okay. Okay. Awesome. Let me end the sharing. Miss Jane, good evening.
Hey Jose, how are you?
Good, good. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic.
Yes, ma'am. Glad you could join me. I didn't know you were coming on here.
Hey, it's great training, so why wouldn't I?
Absolutely. Well, thank you. Well, for everyone on here listening, Jane here is actually, Jane, you're not just specifically hard and private money lender. You invest the same. And we've actually met through a lot of the coaching platforms we use ourselves. There's other investments that we do, but Jane here actually invested in 5 mobile homes east of Georgia. So we'll trim that to that. And Jane, tell us a little more of this kind of lending private that you do.
Yeah, we do a little bit. I mean, we're mostly investors ourselves, but the mobile home is a little bit intriguing to us, and it's smaller capital. So why not invest with somebody that knows what they're doing? And it's great returns, and looking
So
forward to the end of the project, which will be quickly.
Absolutely. About to get started on that this upcoming week, by the way. We'll talk on that. But so the way you mentioned in there, I know you invest in real estate, you invest in a lot of things there, but is this the first deal you invested in funding that's mobile homes?
Yes, it is.
Okay. What was it that got you to invest in the mobile homes?
You. We're just going to put it out. A lot of private lending is based on relationships, and that's great advice getting out to the RIAs and whatnot. But you know what you're doing. I don't with mobile homes, so
Credibility is what you're saying.
yep, credibility. Yes, sir.
Credibility. Okay, those of you listening, and a lot of you, you get a little shy, a little nervous. That's all very human-like. That's fine. But the more confident you are, the more confident you sound, and definitely know your stuff. We're not here to BS anybody. If you don't know your numbers, you don't know your numbers. Simple as that. And again, the more prepared you are, the more success you're going to have. So be confident, have somebody there. If you don't know the number specific to kind of back you up on that, but Jane here sounds like she invested again, and we have a whole nother platform that we share. She's heard me speak a few times, but Jane, if you could advise anybody on here anything, but besides that, they can approach a hard money lender or private and get funded.
Yeah, I mean, you just have to form the relationships and then make sure that they're credible and know what they're doing, and then go ahead and invest.
Absolutely. Okay. Any other questions on here? I can go ahead and send them in if there's any for Jane. Or like I said, we're going to try to keep this call for 30 minutes. Jane, I want you to keep joining me every every call we have. We did have a call on Tuesdays that I'm planning on bringing a couple hard money lenders that do want to invest. If that's something you're interested in, by all means, come on here. I'm sure some people want to reach out to you, but we'll let you know on that specific. So any other questions here? Any for Jane y'all may be interested in? I did drop Instagram, so there might have been some questions over there. I had to text Miss Jane, make sure it was okay. She could come on here.
No problem. Thanks for having me, Jose.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Well, again, I gave y'all the tip of LinkedIn. LinkedIn is huge, and a lot of people forget about it because it's just, okay, that's more for a business type. Here's the thing. When you think about mobile home buyers, mobile home sellers, direct this and that, is more so Facebook, Craigslist, Let Go, Classify. That's where you can find all the above. That's fine. But if you're looking for somebody more of a business type, maybe a park owner, maybe investor, somebody who wants to lend private or hard money, you're not going to typically find them just kind of hanging around out there on Facebook or Instagram or those pages. So you have to go seek them. A lot of times, a lot of you are waiting for somebody that's posting, I'll lend on money. It doesn't work that way, but a lot of people do have that on their profile. They just let it be known that they hard and privately lend money. So it's easy for you to seek them both on LinkedIn, Facebook, where you can just go search on groups for that. But I would start by posting, I have mobile home investment opportunities. Who is interested? What hard money or private money lender is interested in great returns on your investment? All you want to do is spike that interest. As soon as that interest spiked and they're reaching out to you, that's a whole different conversation from that point. All right. I think that's all I have on this call here. We can keep talking about this for hours if we start breaking it down and getting into it. So, great call tonight. A couple announcements for y'all. If you want direct coaching on a lot of this, you're welcome to reach out to me. I blasted the email there a little bit ago, j@garciamhu.com. You can also visit garciamhu.com. And don't forget, we do have the Let's Do Deals on Tuesday. That's where we present deals. We're starting to break them down a little bit more. I've also started sending a lot more emails. And any of you who sees a deal or deals on there that you may be interested, send me some questions. What do you think it takes to rehab this home? What do you think it needs? Etc. I'd be happy to break those down for you. We do a 15-minute consultation as well. I don't think I've mentioned that, where it's just all about you. And basically, if you want to get coached, certain things you can look for, expectations, goals, all the above. And then the shadow event. The shadow event is in 2 weeks. Not next Saturday, but the following Saturday. Next Saturday, we will be live at Mobile Home Mania in Beaufort, Georgia. If you're out of Georgia or you want to travel, from 12 to 1:30, 1:30 or 2 o'clock, 2 hours at the Taco Mac. This is an event that I took over just recently last month, so I'm gonna start changing a few things out. But for this month, we kept it just the way it is. So 12 p.m. Taco Mac in Beaufort, Georgia. Send me an email if you want directions. Of course, the meetup has all the details on there as well. But I love to sit with y'all and just kind of network. I don't even have a topic to discuss. I figured let's just open floor Q&A. Any way I can help you, we'll have that going. And then, like I said, the shadow, that's July 17th. The following Saturday after that at 10 a.m. will be Central Georgia, where we'll be walking mobile homes in and out. Contractors, park managers. We'll have all the above. All the questions that you have, we'll get them answered. We show you step by step how to invest in mobile homes and get you that first, second, or additional investment. All right. Well, July 4th weekend. I'm not going to keep you any longer. I am thankful for all of you that joined me on here. Until next time, I hope to see you all on Tuesday. Y'all have a great evening.